So I lied when I said that was my complete haul for the week for a few days back. I forgot I had other books on pre-order and some eBay purchases that still hadn't come. So we'll quickly go through them. Not a very big pile. One of them I'll be doing an exclusive look through properly later in another video. And first up, we've got the retro goodness that is The Amazing Spider-Man, The Punisher Strikes Twice. I've already done a more in-depth video of this one, so go check that out if you want to have a look, see what this is like inside. But it's really, really good. Very, very impressed. And then I do have this in a hardback collection, but I don't like the hardback because it's kind of like glossy paper. I'm not a big fan of gloss paper, and I'm being won over by the Marvel Premier Collection. I don't view it as like the compacts where it's like a tanker bound, like a manga book, because it's too expensive for that. But I do appreciate it being on this matte paper, and this is how I like to read my comics because I just find it much easier to read this way. So I picked up the Winter Soldier, and they also bringing out another Ed Brubaker Captain America in this format. So I thought I might as well just collect the Captain America series in this format. And then I got one book by this writer artist a few weeks back, and I saw this for a good price. And this is Upside Down by Jason. I think he's from Norway or somewhere, but he's really, really good. Very surreal, very minimalist, but really, really cool. Just look at the titles of the stories in here. Like it says here, David Bowie, dinosaurs, dyslexic lesbian vampires. What more do you need? Perfect. That's ticking all my sweet spots. But the art, I love it. It's really, really minimalistic, but deceptively so. And you think, oh, it's just black and white, but then there's splashes of colour in some of the stories as well. He just really, really experiments with the panel layout and what you can do with a story. Like here, there's a two-colour story. But this just fills that gap when I want something a bit different. As I've said before, I'm a real big fan of like alternative comics and also very big fan of European comics as well. So this cures both itches there. I will be doing a deeper look of the work of Jason when I get a few more books on them about, because he's an artist that I've been umming on about getting for ages. And now that I've made the deep dive and got on two compendiums like this, I want to get two more and I'll do a video on them. Then we've got a comic or comics of a very little seen character, but I fell in love with this character in the 80s, and it kind of like summed up the whole thing about 80s indie comics and also 80s action movies. It's not very politically correct, but the 80s wasn't very politically correct. And it's by an artist who made his name on The Punisher, Aliens, and Terminator, Chris Warner. With this, he did the writing as well, and it's Black Cross. So this was the first story, which came out originally in Dark Horse Presents. He gives... Oh no, that's not it. It's this one here. But yeah, this came out in Dark Horse Presents originally, and then it got released in this one shot. But Chris Warner was my favourite artist in the 80s. It was just something and I still have a great big fondness for him. So when I saw they were selling these on eBay, I snapped them up. But it's like a post-apocalyptic western. Really, really cool. Really enjoy it. And then there was a second one shot. There was meant to be a 4-issue Prestige, what he's doing, but it never seen the light of day. And I've been waiting for it for about nearly 30 years now. And again, he keeps on promising all the stuff he's going to do with the character, but nothing came to avail, which is a shame because it was a really fun character and a really interesting world that he created. And then he also threw in this annual because there's another Black Cross story in, and I'm very happy because it's got Mr. Monster, Flaming Carrots, Mask, before the mask became the mask as we know it, Trekker, and Mindwalk. Not familiar with Mindwalkers, but I do know the rest of the characters. And I might do a deeper dive later. And Concrete I Adore. I've not been buying back issues because apparently they're in negotiations to release kind of like the Hellboy books, where they're doing some like more deluxe versions of it. So I'll wait for that. But yeah, that looks cool. And then finally, this one I'm going to be doing a deeper look at on a separate video. This is my most anticipated book of the past few years. It's a manga. It's by my favourite mangaka, my favourite comic creator, Naoki Urasawa, who made his name with Pluto, Monster, Asadora, and 20th Century Boys. And this is this is not his latest book, but this is the book for some reason it's never been published in America. I think it was because it was like mocking a lot of American things like the Disney story and the creation of Batman and stuff. So it's kind of like a meta textual. It looks at the creative process of creating a comic book character. So you've got this comic strip here, but then it goes weird. And is it really character? Is it real? Is it real? And it becomes this big conspiracy. I've not read this yet because I'm going to read this on Saturday. I want to just read it when I'm not tired, and I can just dive in and soak it all up. But this looks amazing, and like I said, I'm not showing you much of it at the moment because I don't want to ruin it for myself. But I highly recommend you picking this up if you want to try some of his work. I've been singing this creator's praise, I think, more than any other comic creator on any of my episodes what I've done. And you really need to try it. Even if you normally go, oh, I don't like manga, try his work. You will not regret it. So that's it for now. I'm sure there'll be more soon. So bye.